Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the barn out here at St. Bernard Acres. Today is electric parts run. I've been buying stuff and let me tell you, sticker shock to the max. This PVC stuff is ridiculous. And what's really weird, let me show you the prices of stuff first. Then we'll discuss it. "3" 10-foot PVC conduit, $46 times 2. "36" long sweep elbow, which the state of Ohio likes, $43 times 2. "120 feet of 2224. 120 feet, $60. "280 feet, 2224. $140. "100 amp, 24 space, 48 circuit service panel for inside the house. All right, that was for the 10-foot pieces and the sweeps, the 90 degrees. This is an expansion joint. This is required. It's got to have this collar and nut. It's got to have a small piece of PVC put in there. This goes up into the panel for their wires to come up through into the meter base. Then the PVC pipe slides up in here. It's not cemented. It slides up in there. That way, when it expands and contracts, you know, with the temperature, it'll slide up and down. It's called a slip joint, I think. Something like that. Slip coupling. I don't know. $65 for that. Another $15 for this part of it. It's insane. For these couplers, they weren't that expensive. The cement. See how big a can that is for 20 bucks? It's raining out. I have 4 couplings to cement. That's it. I had to buy a $20 can of cement. My goodness, folks. What are they doing to us? Man. So anyway, and that was the PVC and the glue was $276. Now, mind you, that is only going 8 feet. That's from the transformer to the meter base, which is 8 feet away. That's where I'm putting it. They have to have that PVC to run that 8 feet, the 200 amp wire underground. That has to be buried 36 inches. That's why to get 36-inch elbows, you know, the long sweep elbows, so they can pull the wire through there. 8 feet, $276. That will give you an idea why I'm not putting the meter out by the gate like I originally planned. Because that would be 90 feet I would have to go. Right, so you add another 8 sticks at $40 a stick, forget it. Or $46 a stick. But that's what it costs. I mean, that's, you know, that's what it is. Can't help it, you know. Now, the wire, I got, it's used wire. I have a guy that cleans up oil pads and gas pads when they're all done with their drilling and everything. And they move out, they move the next pad. He goes in and cleans it all up. They leave all of that wire. That's 100 amp. That runs 100 amp to all their, you know, supervisor's trailer and all these shop trailers, you know. He's got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of feet of this stuff. He's selling it for 50 cents a foot. I had ordered a roll of 224 wire off of eBay of all places with free shipping. 300 feet was going to be $481. Well, I bought 400 feet of that stuff for $200. So I could not complain on that. I'm glad I found him. Gary's going to go buy a load from him. I'm going to go buy another load from him for Alex's house, because that carries 100 amp service. You know, you got 2 hots, which is 2, 2, and the neutral is 4. That has an extra ground wire. The reason, I mean, at my main panel, it's going to be grounded. The main panel is going to be grounded. The cabin and the house and the barn here are all considered sub panels. I don't have to run the ground wire to those. These have to be grounded on their own, these sub panels. So I don't need that 4th wire in there, but it was so cheap. I mean, it's not going to bother me to have it. You know, I can untwist the whole thing as I'm rolling it out and having, you know, 400 feet of I think it's number 4 copper wire. So I mean, it's not going to go to waste, I'm sure. But that's how you get wire. That's your service entrance wire. Comes to your panel inside your house, because you get 240 volts coming, but your house is only 120. And the way the service panel works, if I had it open, I would show you. But you've got, you know, you got the 2 hot wires, 120 on one side, 120 on the other side. That equals the 240 coming in, if that makes sense. You put a breaker on one side. You stick the hot wire into that, and that goes to your outlet. That's 120. You don't need 240 for that outlet. But your dryer needs 240. So you put a double breaker in there, double pole breaker, if you've heard that term. That's connecting both sides of those hot wires. That's touching both of them. So you have 240 volts running to the dryer. And the neutral is the return. You know, it's not the ground. There's a difference. I'm learning this stuff, so I don't know how to teach it yet. But hopefully it makes a little bit of sense. I'm still waiting on the invoice from the co-op to tell me how much their end is going to cost me before I can do this. I still have to take my brush hog along the path we determined to do all the trenching. I've got to clear all that out to get make it easier to get the excavator through there. Let's see. So until I get the invoice from them, once I get the invoice, I can pay that. He said between $4,000 and $5,000 probably. Then I can schedule Bobby out here with his excavator, and I have to go about 300 feet at 4 feet deep. They bring a trailer out with a spool of wire on it. we have to pull that through that 300 feet and then rebury it at 4 feet depth. Then they'll come out and set the ground transformer and hook that up. Then I can put all this PVC in the ground, put 2 posts up and the meter base and everything, and they'll come out and hook all that up. Then I'm live. Beyond that point, they don't care how I do it. It doesn't matter. But I'm going to take that 4-4 wire or 224 wire, and I'm going to trench all the way to where the house is going to be, and then trench to the barn. That's only going to have to go down a couple of feet. And that's direct burial wire. I don't have to put that in conduit. So that was another reason for buying that. But yeah, that's where the electric stands as far as getting the service out here. Now, let me tell you a funny story about Home Depot. I've had a credit card at Home Depot for a while, and I saw they had a sale on the service panel. I bought a 100 amp service panel for inside the house. Because I've already got one in the cabin. You saw the one I bought for the barn, I bought used. But I needed one for inside the house. They had one on sale for $75. Like, hell yeah, I'll buy that. So I put it in my card. I went out, I used my Home Depot charge account. And I bought a couple of spools of 14-2 wire, because all the lights here in the barn is going to be 14-2. You know, it'll run on 14 gauge wire lights. All my receptacles are going to be 12 gauge wire. But 15 amps will run all the lights. So anyway, I ordered this stuff, and then I never got a receipt or anything. I never, you know, ordered the wire first. I think that's how it works. Let me think for a second, because, you know, I'm 66 years old now. I ordered the 2 spools of wire. I never got a confirmation or anything. Then they sent me an email saying, hey, by the way, we got a service panel on sale if you need that. Well, of course. So I ordered the solar panel. Well, then it came back and told me they couldn't charge that card. And it's like, you know, a year or so ago, I did get a new card in the mail, so I went and dug through the jar and found another Home Depot card. And I put that one in. Couldn't use it. Like, what the hell? So I called Home Depot. Citibank issues them, but I called, and I had never used it before. So they had closed the account. Yeah, I think I got it in 2020, but it had never been used. So they closed it. You have to reapply. Like, damn it. I wanted that thing for 75 bucks, and it was a deal. If you had a card, you could get it for 75 bucks. So I reapplied, got another card, you know, and then for getting the card, I got $50 off of an order. If I ordered $300 worth of stuff, I'd get $50 off because I'm a new card member. I'm like, well, hell yeah. That's when I bought the 2. I bought 2 rolls of 12-2 wire and a roll of 14-2 wire. And that service panel came to $369. Take the $50 off, 320 bucks. I'm like, awesome. Free shipping. I don't even have to drive to Washington, PA to pick it up, because I don't have a Home Depot in Wheeling. But free shipping. I'm like, ship it. The next day, I got the service panel. Today, I got the wire. But I also got an email that says that my shipment is delayed. My order is delayed. I'm like, what order? I have everything, right? So I go looking. The original 2 rolls of 14-2 wire I had ordered has now shipped, right? It shipped on the 7th, due to be at my house by the 6th. But it's like, it's en route. Who who did they charge it to? It's not charged on my new card. The old card is gone. It can't be used. So I don't know, you know, how I'm paying for that, or if they're even charging me for it. I have no idea. And maybe it's not coming. I don't know. I'll find out in a couple days. If I get 2 more rolls of 14-2 wire, that, you know, 250-foot rolls, I'm like, hell yeah, I'll use it, you know. So we'll see. I mean, it was funny how I couldn't use the card. I had to reapply. I did reapply, got another one, and then I got the $50 off for getting a card after they had canceled my card. I thought that was kind of funny how that works out. Anyway, that's about all I got, folks. I needed to get this stuff out here. All that wire was just loose in the back of the truck, and too many eyes walking around South Wheeling looking at that. That would be in somebody's arm or up their nose pretty quick, I would imagine. So I just got all that stuff out here. Now I'm waiting on them. If they give me an idea, you know, if they send me an invoice, how much it's going to cost, because they won't bring the wire out or anything until the invoice is paid. So as soon as I get that invoice, I'll pay it. Then I can schedule Bobby. Bobby went on vacation today. He's on vacation for a week. So hopefully one day, the week after next, he'll be out here trenching. And I'll have power. I can't wait to get power. Now, it's supposed to rain this weekend, both days. So I'll probably be in the barn running wire, because I got my wire now. I have my load center, my service panel, and all the breakers. So I'll be doing videos of running all my circuits in here, because I'm going to run lights in here. In my tool room, there's going to be outlets, you know, receptacles. Down in the bottom, there's going to be lights. There's going to be receptacles down there. That panel I bought, I paid like 40 bucks for it. It's got 8 spaces, 16 circuits. I mean, I figure I'm going to run 5 circuits, 6 circuits here. That's going to be about it. And then I can run my bridge. I have a Wi-Fi bridge sitting over there somewhere. That will shoot my full Wi-Fi signal out here. So then I'd do all my live streams out here. That'd be pretty cool. But that's about it, folks. I just wanted to give you an update on where things stand and let you know what's coming up. And $65 for a piece of PVC. Man, what are they doing to us? There's no wonder you can't afford to buy a house. There's no wonder they cost so much. You know, it's just crazy. You know, I got the sale on the rolls of 12-2 wire and 14-2 wire, but the last roll of 12-2 wire I bought, I got a big chunk of it in there that I still have. It was, I know, $30 or $40 for the roll, right? It's $150 now for that same roll of wire. And it's like, how can you afford this stuff? I don't understand it, but, you know, who am I? You know, I just thought of something while we're talking. I'm going to run some cheap ceiling fans in here. So I'm going to run some wire to hook up a couple ceiling fans, and during the summer move some air inside this barn. That was a good idea. But that's about it. You know, I got everything unloaded. And I don't think I have to buy anything else for the electric. Oh, they sell a really nice stripper, you know, for stripping the ends of the wires. They'll do to the 3/8 inch you need for the receptacles and everything. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need a boatload of receptacles and switches and boxes. Shit, I forgot about those. Damn. I'm broke. I just keep having to buy more and more. Holy crap. Soil sample guy, I got to write him a check for $600 for the soil scientist. But yeah, I mean, I'm telling you folks, it is not easy doing this. It's not easy and it's not cheap. Anybody looking to do this, just be aware of that. Because there's so many things you don't think about. You know, who would have ever thought to run 8 feet of wire would be $276 worth of PVC? I don't know how much you're charging me for the 8 feet of wire. That scares the crap out of me now. If it's got to be encased in this stuff, that must be some expensive wire. Holy shit. But I don't know. I have no idea. I'm going home and I'm going to work. That's how you pay for it. You got to work. What else is happening? Ain't nothing else happening, folks. Nice, I'll be out here this weekend. Probably run a wire. It's going to be too wet to brush hog where I got to for the trenching. But it'll be fun to run some wiring in here. It'll be good practice. That's what it is. You know? And it'll get me ready for doing the house. Because in here, I don't have to go through all the studs and drill all the holes and stuff. I can just hang wire. You know, there's a barn. What do I care? So, you know, it's not going to be a conduit. Okay. You know, I'm not too worried about that either. I'm going to run a home run over the roof there, down into my room here. That's going to be one circuit. Lights going across the ceiling, that's going to be a circuit. A few outlets running around the barn, that's going to be a circuit. A couple circuits down below, we're done. Just expensive. Holy shit, man, I'm telling you. Oh well. I hope everybody's having a wonderful week. This is Thursday, by the way, the 7th. I don't know if you can hear the rain or not. I can hear it. I probably got the window down in my truck or the door open or something. Who knows? But I'm going to get off of here, try to get something edited here, and get this uploaded. I appreciate y'all watching. Oh, I got to swing by the post office. See, I can't get off of here. Russell, one of my subscribers, sent me the 2023 NEC code book. National Electric, yeah. So I can do things. I don't have any inspections, but I'd like to do things right. I have the book on how to wire and everything, but his book that he's sending me will tell me all the things where things have to be according to code and what I have to use and things like that, in case that book I have on wiring is not up to date on code. So Russell, thank you very much for that. I'm going to swing by the post office, see if that's here yet, because that's going to come in real handy. You know, help keep me safe, which that ain't a bad thing. Anyway, hope everybody has are having a wonderful week. I will see you at some point this weekend. And I'll be doing my live stream from the cabin. Don't know on what. Maybe going broke building a house. Maybe that'll be what we talk about. But this is Joe out here in the barn at St. Bernard Acres. I'm out, folks. $65. Oh my God.